Hi. Now I'm here to set the record straight. I'm here to show you why Zimbabwe has more positives than we could ever imagine. Now Zimbabwe is more than just a tourist destination. It is abundant with the people who are loving, caring and amazing. Now as per our usual agenda, I'm here to highlight these small things that make us the great nation that we are. Now my role is very simple. I'm here to make you recognize these small things so that not only you and I can build Zimbabwe, but love the Zimbabwe that we live in. Now our guest tonight is a gentleman that we are all very familiar with. His name is Carl Joshua Ncube. Now Carl Joshua Ncube is going to try and break the existing world record, which stands at 30 comedy shows in 7 days. So what this primarily means is that Carl Joshua has to beat that, and what he's trying to go for is for 35 shows in 7 days, and he's doing this across 4 different countries and 35 different venues. Now this is going to be interesting. Now we caught up with Carl Joshua and we asked him, now Carl, why is it that you're going for this record? And this is what he had to say.
So I'm not really sure why I decided to attempt a world record, but it's one of those things that you kind of tell yourself when you see moments in history in Zimbabwe, when we had the Warriors, Kirsty Coventry winning the gold medal, Tongai Chirisa, doing what he's doing, Axel Jeffries. You suddenly realize that Zimbabweans are yearning for champions out there who are willing to take on certain records.
Never let it go, never let it leave. Living in a dream that's hard to reach. Gotta fly high. Nothing can hold you back. Never let it go and never let it leave. Living in a dream that's hard to reach. Gotta fly higher. Nothing can hold you back.
It's the thing that made me feel like I could be great at something, because simply because there was a team that was doing great things at the time.
And I will never lose, cause in my mind I'm just a fighter. When they try to define me, I will never listen. Let the God in me just shine. Let me drop some godly wisdom. Here turn water into wine. You turn your dream into a vision. Only you can stop you. You're all what you envision. I spy with my hidden eye.
And so this world record really for me is less about comedy gigs and more about bringing people to understand that there can be a shared vision and a shared support, which is why it's important for me to do certain gigs in Zimbabwe, go to all the venues, put up signage at all the venues, teach people how a comedy night is supposed to run.
So is the passion or is it the work? Is it the vision while you sleep? Or is it the luck or so you think that has gotten you this far?
And there's so much that just needs to be done. It's like trying to get people on board in terms of like brands and sponsorships is one of the most difficult things. Working with friends to come on board and see how we can leverage off each other's infrastructure or equipment and that kind of thing.
Firstly, there's no comedy clubs. So it's going around to restaurants, bars and places that I've had to perform comedy in and actually literally talk the venue owners into believing that this is going to work for them.
But it's quite a huge undertaking because logistically having to plan 35 shows, like everyone wants a show that feels like it's going to be prime time. So we've had to be very careful about how we are selecting the venue.
Like I said, in a lot of ways, trying to break the Guinness Book of Records for most comedy gigs in 7 days is, in a lot of ways, much easier to do than just being a Zimbabwean comic on a daily basis.
Because the story of Zimbabwe has to be told out there, and the world record is the one way that the rest of the world is going to look into Zimbabwe and say, hey, what is that guy all about? I mean, they always talk about in the press, like the press are never interested in a dog biting a man, but if a man bites a dog, and this is what I'm doing. I'm the man biting the dog at the moment and trying to get people's attention on the issues of things that are happening in Zimbabwe.
Straight out of Zimbabwe, yes mate. Africa's my home and I rap it wholeheartedly. I do this for you, I do this for me, I do this for all my sons and family.
Now that's about all we've got for you tonight. Now if you've got anything that you feel is interesting that contributes to a positive Zimbabwe, please get hold of us on the contact details appearing on screen right now. And don't you forget to love Zimbabwe, because this is the country we've got, and only you and I can make it a better nation. See you next time.